Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm going to show you right now is a breaking press release from the Idaho Attorney General. They have requested, along with 29 other states, actually 28 other states, to have SCOTUS take up AR bans in the Maryland ban. This is a big one, people. If we are going the road that this looks, it's going to be a good thing, and the days of the AR bans being a viable option are quickly being diminished. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think, and of course, make sure that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on, and help us spread this great news of our blessings of the Second Amendment freedom from one coast to the other, and thank you for that consideration in our passionate quest for freedom. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there, as I'm getting this together, you guys like to upgrade and modify your own guns, right? And speaking of your potential and your passion for freedom, why don't you check out Sonoran Desert Institute? You can turn a hobby that you love, that you do anyway, into a career. You can do everything from the comfort of your own home. They have ballistics, gunsmithing, woodworking and finishes, shooting sports management, plus they have drone stuff. Guys, they've got something for everybody. And if you have the opportunity to at least investigate a chance to make something that you like into something that you earn for, guys, all the parts are shipped directly to your house. You get to do it from your own home, and there's a link in the description box below. You owe it to yourself. At least check it out. But thanks to them for making this possible. But speaking of making things possible, oh man, are we talking about something right here, guys? I'm going to jump right to it. I'm not even going to bury the lead. Attorney General Labrador leads 29-state coalition against Maryland's bizarrely unconstitutional gun ban. Now, as you can see right here, this is breaking September 25th, 2024. This is from the actual Office of the Attorney General. Now, I was going to go through and do my normal shtick of like highlighting the important parts, but I kind of went back and realized the entire thing was highlighted. So I was like, well, that's kind of pointless. It's all that good. All right, we're going to walk through everything that they say in here. But again, 29 states are telling the SCOTUS, hey, could you take this up? It's bizarre and it's unconstitutional and it flies in the face of your own rulings. Guys, this is what we need from our attorneys general. We've got the Attorney General of Montana, Knutson. He's going nuts. You got Andrew Bailey in Missouri, also going nuts. And now you got Attorney General Labrador from Idaho, also going nuts. This is awesome. But let's keep going into this. And by the way, going nuts in a good way, like going ham sandwich on these gun controllers. All right, let's just go piece by piece. This is the press release. You guys are going to like this. I can almost feel it, you're going to in advance. Attorney General Raul Labrador, joined by 28 other states, has filed an amicus brief with the Supreme Court of the United States. So this is going straight to SCOTUS. The broad coalition requests a writ of certiorari asking SCOTUS to take up the case of Snope v. Brown, that's the AR ban out of Maryland, where the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld Maryland's unconstitutional ban on hundreds of styles of firearms, including the AR-15, the most popular modern semi-automatic sporting rifle in America. Inexplicably, the Fourth Circuit simply declared that the AR-15 was a military style and therefore not an arm protected by the unambiguous language of the Second Amendment. Yes, please. More of this. That's exactly correct. You went with Bruin, you heard a little bit of Heller there with common use, and you went with the interpretation of the Second Amendment. That's just the opening salvo, guys. Now, why is this so important? This is so important because it's only a matter of time before AR bans end up before the SCOTUS. Guys, when this happens, it's basically put up or shut up time. You're going to have something go to the SCOTUS, which is the crown jewel of Democrat politicians and of gun controllers. And if they lose in the SCOTUS, a majority of their decades of talking points, their decades of fundraising evaporates instantly. Because AR bans would be unconstitutional, which we all know that they are, particularly when you look at it from Heller and from Bruin. It's kind of ridiculously easy to prove, but the SCOTUS just got to take it up. That's why this is so crucial. Let's keep going, though. This entire thing is great. Let's highlight the next part for you. It is gravely concerning for the federal court to blatantly ignore the most recent clarifying decisions regarding the right to keep and bear arms to ever come from SCOTUS, said Attorney General Labrador. The AR-15 is the most common and prolific semi-automatic rifle in our country and the very definition of a firearm used for sport, personal protection, and civil defense. That's civil defense part. These arms are lawfully owned and used by tens of millions of citizens across the country, and a textbook definition of the firearms protected by the Second Amendment from capricious government overreach. God, I love that word, capricious. Facts. Guys, they are holding nothing back. This is 29 states. I mean, this is not one rogue attorney general. This is almost 30 of our 50 states in the United States are jumping onto this amicus brief saying, SCOTUS, you got to rule on this. These guys are out of hand. You smelling the end? The end's coming. I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but eventually the SCOTUS is going to take up AR bans. And if Trump wins, I bet you it'll happen in his term. But anyway, let's keep going. The Fourth Circuit decision flies in the face of recent SCOTUS decisions relying on sparse and irrelevant historical evidence, including some that the Supreme Court has already considered and rejected. The Fourth Circuit erroneously concluded this nation has a tradition of banning the possession of commonly owned firearms like the AR-15. Erroneous. Erroneous on all accounts. In fact, they even say it right here, there is no such tradition, nor should there be in a free nation. These guys aren't pulling punches anymore. 29 AGs did this. All right, here we go. This is from the actual brief itself. I told you guys I wanted to skip some of this, but it's all great. Let's get down to it so you guys can see it. It's front and center. The brief argues, quote, there is no principal distinction between weapons that are for military use and weapons that are for private use. Basically saying they're all guns, they're all weapons, they're all for civil defense, they're all for Second Amendment protections. By pretending otherwise, the Fourth Circuit authorizes itself to ignore the Second Amendment whenever it thinks a weapon looks too much like a soldier's. Facts. And this leaves citizens, businesses, and regulators guessing as to what supposedly makes an arm most useful in military service. After all, the Fourth Circuit said that even weapons with only semi-automatic capabilities may be considered best suited for military, even if the military does not actually use such weapons. It's only suited for the military, but the military doesn't use them? Come on, guys. Come on, Fourth Circuit. You're better than this. You're better than this, but you're still going to lose. All right. Here's the states, so you can be proud or depressed, depending on where you are in these amazing 50 states. Joining Idaho's Attorney General Labrador in this effort are attorneys general from Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming, and the Arizona and Wisconsin legislatures. Let's freaking go. Guys, that is all of the freedom-loving states, plus or minus one. This is a big deal because what will happen on these things is, yeah, you might get one state to do it, one AG to do it, but when 29 AGs representing the entire state, which is like 2/3 of the landmass of the United States, puts it all on paper like this, you're seeing it over and over and over again, time and time and time again. Conservative attorney generals who are pro-Second Amendment are utilizing the weight of their office together in order to fight back the tyranny. That is what I'm talking about. And I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Everything will be linked per usual. Of course, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.